Welcome to the TopiaPodCast, where we talk about all things pop culture related with your hosts, Amani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into those topics, share our 2 cents, we'd like to start the podcast off with the questions of the week. This week's question: what's a show you wish you could watch again for the first time?
Who's starting it off? Looking at me? Okay, crazy. I'll start it off.
I'm sorry, I started in trouble. Why we started like this? Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music.
We're
gonna keep this going. Why we start like that?
What do you mean?
Like how we introduce ourselves. Like Amani felt like the announcer.
Yeah.
In a sense. Why didn't we all kind of like just jump in like, hey everybody, welcome back to the
Because
podcast.
you guys, you can't even be trusted to bring the charger. You want to be trusted when you can bring the charger. When you bring the charger, then you could get more lines. Then you can get more lines. You gotta prove yourself.
Personally speaking,
You gotta
I'm
prove
okay
yourself.
when not saying anything in the beginning. I like it when he does everything.
Okay,
Exactly.
so you're fine with it.
I'm fine with it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how it's been. That's how it's gonna stay.
Okay.
Right? You know the other
We never
shit.
really, I didn't
I
know how we got to
No, you
that.
gotta put in some more work before you get some lines, alright? When you
You know,
start
I
making
figured-
clips,
I
then
see
maybe you could get a
Amani's in
line.
charge of
I
it.
figured
Yeah.
I had the roles, like he's kind of like the anchor, he's
Yeah,
the
damn
type
right.
guy. I could be the
Sweet,
mascot,
sweet, sweet,
but yeah, I feel like we're
Oh, she's so
chilling.
good.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Alright. Welcome to the TopiaCast. Amani, happy question.
Yeah.
Evan, everybody answer it.
Oh shit, right. So for the show that I will watch all over again, and Marnie's gonna roll his eyes like he always does, but I would say Blacklist. Okay, let me tell you, that show, I started it thinking it was gonna be garbage, straight trash, and it kind of was. The first season was really slow and just really dramatic as fuck. But when you get into the story and the fucking plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, I've been waiting for season 10 for like months. I'm waiting for that shit to come out. It's been confirmed. I'm just waiting for it to come out. It's such a great fucking show. Like, one of the best fucking shows in America, honestly. Hell yeah.
Blacklist, it's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
So if you guys want to watch it, check it out. It's on Netflix.
Yep.
For me, honestly, fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. I would have to say Smiling Friends. It's the show on HBO Max. You can watch it. It's just dumb people getting into random comedy mess, kind of like regular show.
It's chaotic.
Regular show, I like regular show because you can rewatch it whenever. But Smiling Friends, I feel like it's not something you could rewatch. I mean, I rewatched it like once because I saw it by myself and I watched it again with my brother. But I feel like after that, you can't really rewatch it. It's like once you know what's gonna happen, I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same. But I fucking love that show. I think it's better than Rick and Morty by a lot.
Wow.
I think it's better than...
It's definitely like a rated R version of Amazing World, a gumball.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's the
Yeah,
best way I can
basically.
explain
And they get crazy with it. A lot of twists and turns. I gotta watch the new episode. There's a new episode where they go to Brazil or whatever. I gotta watch that shit. I'm excited. But yeah, Smiling Friends is all the way for me.
Brazil.
Breaking Bad. That's because I just finished Better Call Saul. Perfect ending. And the way it just ties back into the Breaking Bad series. It's like if they came out with Breaking Bad now, after the show, instead of doing the order that they did, the show would have been top tier.
Really?
Even more top tier because of Better Call Saul.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The way how everything kind of just looks back is wild.
So, if you're starting off, should you watch Better Call Saul before Breaking Bad? Or just
Because
watch it?
that I rather do it with the order that they came out with originally, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, just because of how the Easter eggs work is fucking nuts.
Okay,
But chronologically, because when you watch when you watch Better Call Saul like near the end, it's kind of like you could like stop watching from season 5, watch Breaking Bad, then go back and watch the last season of Better Call Saul. Because it starts going to like back and forth into the future after the Breaking Bad, then before Breaking Bad, then way before Breaking Bad. Yeah, they started doing that shit all over the place. But chronologically, Breaking Bad, then Better Call Saul.
Say that. I'm gonna have to watch it then.
It's top tier.
What are you watching it on?
So this entire 6th season, right?
Uh-huh.
I randomly found it on YouTube. And there's this guy that faithfully every week, next day, will post the episode entirely.
Respect.
I shit you not.
I was talking about official sources.
I'm pretty sure they have it on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken, and or just Netflix.
Netflix has it.
Yeah, so
All 5 seasons.
yeah,
Maybe next year for the last one.
say that. All right.
Alright, that concludes it for this week's questions of the week. Moving on to the next topic, we're going to talk about some anime stuff. Got some anime news we couldn't talk about last week, and we got some new stuff that came up this week. Let me say, we'll start off with all the Dragon Ball news. If you guys didn't see the last episode, we talked about the Dragon Ball movie. It was either episode 4 or episode 3. We talked about the Dragon Ball movie. We already saw it before it came to America. I really wasn't fucking with it. The results did come out in Japan, and it's the worst grossing movie in Japan. Dragon Ball Superheroes
Right.
is doing bad. I'll give you some statistics. So the Broly movie, it made 34 million. Resurrection of Frieza made 30 million.
Okay.
Battle of Gods, 29 million. And then the Heroes, 17. Didn't even hit 20, just 17. The others have been 34, high, you know.
So
Heroes doing 17.
What do you guys think was the biggest difference of why the Brawley movie was so successful, but the superhero one was so terrible?
CGI.
CGI.
I honestly thought it was the animation. Like, they tried it, but I don't think it was worth it.
So had it been regular animation, you think the movie would have been much better?
That, and if they brought back somebody else from the dead. Like, imagine they brought back Cell.
Isn't that what he did?
They did.
No,
Like,
they
Right,
created,
it's like a different creation.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I feel like they gotta stop bringing back old villains.
Right, they gotta
It's like,
stop.
But
That's
it's their
not
tropes.
something.
And who don't like Cell? Cell again, another.
He was cool, and then he got his ass whooped by his dad and his kid. Like,
It's time to
Yeah,
move
but
on.
now it's kind of like, imagine they made a movie where it's like a rematch between him and Gohan.
but that's
You
basically
haven't seen
Resurrection of
Gohan.
Frieza again.
Right.
You know,
It's
like,
time to
Exactly,
move
but it
on.
would
We
be
have
a
a
good
whole
cash grab.
universe, like
multiverse.
we can explore, and they're
You know.
worried about these Red Ribbon Army, Cell, androids.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with it. That's Dragon Ball Z. We're done with
Like,
it.
let me say, I was excited seeing the trailer because, you know, you saw some things that we've been begging for years, like Trunks and Goten finally growing up a little bit, Pan grew up a little bit, and shit like that, right? Piccolo and Gohan getting new forms, apparently, even though Gohan's form, I heard, was kind of shitty and not even that good.
I mean, I think they're both bad. They're just getting forms out of nowhere.
It's Dragon Ball, so at that point you gotta be okay with it, you know, forms are forms, it's whatever. But what I will say, the biggest difference for me was just, like, the overall level of hype that I was just feeling for in terms of, like, you know, anticipation. Because when the Broly movie first got announced, you didn't know the title.
Yeah.
You didn't know who he was fighting.
Mhm.
Literally, the only sneak peek you got was Goku stretching, and then you saw, like, Broly's waist and arm. And
Facts.
watching the theories, like, oh, is it God of Destruction? Is it from a different universe? Who are they bringing back? Who are they bringing back? No one ever thought about Broly. I never
Yeah,
considered
I did not
Broly.
think that was Broly.
And when they announced that, biggest hype of the year, I was ready for Dragon Ball. I was like, oh, I'm watching this in theaters, no spoilers, and it was perfect. That movie from beginning to finish was absolutely perfect. Right, so I feel like if they would have taken the same approach, just like more mystery behind it, more hype, building it up slowly, and actually like took care into the story. And if you're gonna bring back an old character, bring him back right, like they did with Broly, not the superhero shit. Then you know, it
That's
would've
what I
been better.
mean. Like, they should have just did like a whole nother movie with Cell or something.
So just
And
the
that they
original
were,
Cell.
but kind of like also like speed up the process. So I feel like they just speed up the process with the forms with Gohan and Piccolo.
Mhm.
Like they got new forms out of fucking nowhere,
Yeah.
right? Where it's kind of like if he like rematch somebody, it kind of like gives him a purpose to like
Yeah.
get to a form quickly instead of doing this fucking rush shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, a lot of people have different theories about why the movie isn't doing good. People are saying, oh, it's because Goku wasn't the main character. Oh, it's because they didn't do a good job advertising it. There were no advertisements. I don't think that's true for any of them. Like, Dragon Ball is a big name. It has plenty of advertisement. Goku does not need to be the main story for a good movie.
Right.
Like, the second Broly movie, Gohan's the main character. Gohan has another movie with Bojack.
Yeah, which
doesn't-
is so fucking good.
Like,
So
Goku
good.
doesn't need to be the main character. The movie's
Mhm.
bad because they were just fucking around. They were retreading the same old beats.
Yeah.
They had Resurrection of Frieza, with Frieza coming back. They decided Broly should come
and if you
back.
think about it, Goku's really never like the main character in the movie. It's always like the ensemble of cast working together, and yeah, he usually gets the last hit in or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
last
But he's
hit.
never the main character. It's never just a fully focused Goku movie where he goes on his own adventure and you see him. It's literally the whole cast.
Right.
It's always the whole cast. So for them to say that is really stupid.
Yeah.
I also just think it's the animation. Animation
Yeah.
made no fucking sense.
I'm
But
not a
and
big
also
fan of
on top of that, it's like the manga is just going. There hasn't been a movie since Broly, and the show's been done for the past 4 years, and they're just coming out like Jump with a whole new animation,
Yeah.
a weak storyline. Like, of course, no one's gonna be hyped for this.
Interested in it. Honestly, I thought the next movie was gonna be about Raleigh.
Like the next animated drawn out movie, people are gonna go see that shit.
Hopefully.
People
That's
are
good.
going to, and then they're hopefully gonna bring back the show again.
Yeah, but I just hope they take this as a lesson that they can't just money grab people all the time. That they actually need to put in some care and thought into their movies, and hopefully we get some good shit next time.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, that's our thoughts about the Dragon Ball superhero movies. They got a long way to go. For the next movie, I just hope they get the animation right and they get the story right. I don't want to see nobody else coming back. I don't want to see no more transformations. I don't know. They gotta figure it out. Before we move on the topic to Dragon Ball, I do want to talk about the new chapter. I'm not going to talk about what happens in the chapter specifically, but the new chapter was leaked.
What? You want to talk about it?
I mean,
Oh, they're not coming out officially?
I mean, no, it's out now, but I mean,
So
they
talk
leaked
about
it.
it,
They
come
leaked it
on.
way ahead, and then the artist, Toyotaro, he came out on Twitter. He deleted the post now, but he came out on Twitter, and he was talking about how upset he was that it leaked and people were sharing it before the official release.
But isn't that part on his team? Because I guess leaked from his team, I'm assuming, right?
I mean, look, I don't know
Or
the
data
specifics.
miners.
Oh, okay, maybe that. Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, so whatever the case was, it's fucked up how it leaked.
Uh-huh.
It came up on my timeline. I have everything Dragon Ball related, like, muted on my Twitter.
Wait, so
I
when
don't
it
have,
leaks, did it leak like the entire chapter?
Like,
or-
just like-
Yeah, like the final panel.
yeah, just like what happens at the end, basically.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's really bad. The artist
And it
was
like, some
upset.
crazy shit. I already told you what it was.
And it honestly killed my hype for the chapter. Like, I was
Exactly.
reading it, and then
Exactly.
I knew it was gonna happen at the end. And I was like, bro, if I would have saw this shit raw, oh my god, I probably would have been freaking out or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But was it like an end to a battle?
No, it was so I told you about Frieza.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause that's like his-
Yeah,
can
that's
we
what I
just-
was
can
hearing.
we
All
just say it?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that shit was leaked.
So yeah, so Frieza got a new form, spoilers and all that. He got a new form. How he got it, we really don't know yet, but he's black now. Like black. What do you call him? Shadow Frieza? Black Frieza? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's just Black Frieza.
Black Frieza. Okay.
So it's after Golden Frieza?
Yeah. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, did he one shot Goku and Vegeta? Right.
Like, he does.
Oh, he's fighting them?
Not even fight them. He literally just intervenes after because they were fighting to Manaus, and then he kind of just hops in, destroys the villain, and then dispatches Goku and Vegeta and takes the rest with them.
Like, damn.
Yeah, pretty crazy shit.
Back on this bullshit.
Yeah, throwing more transformations in and shit.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. I'm glad Frieza's coming back up. Frieza was always one of my favorite characters. He's just a fucking menace to society. He's the most racist man in the universe. Like, he does not give a fuck, right? He'll blow up your planet if he doesn't like how the way you look, right? That's just what he is. So the fact that they're bringing him up and he's more powerful, I'll fuck with it. But yeah, the leaks and shit, very annoying. Like, I saw that in my timeline. I didn't take it seriously at first. I trained myself for like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto, any type of leaks or spoilers that I see. I would laugh at it, oh, it's fake, whatever, ha ha ha. And then until I actually see it, I'll be like, oh, cool. But it does kill the hype a little bit, you know, just anticipating it.
It does. So I went on my phone, I muted Frieza on my timeline, because I guess I didn't have Frieza muted, but I have like Dragon Ball Z, manga, Goku, like I have a bunch of words muted, just added Frieza to the list. And you know, I've been keeping up with all the chapters, and like, every single chapter I've been fucking spoiled by the
Damn.
Dragon Ball community for like a good like year, maybe 2 years
Just stay off of Twitter, my nigga.
of just fucking people like Twitter, YouTube, like it doesn't matter where I go, like
They'd be
people,
like,
people
I hate when
don't
YouTubers put
care.
it in
in
their
their
thumbnails.
thumbnails.
Yeah, I hate
Because it's
that
like,
shit.
bro, come on, what if I didn't want to see that?
Right.
Like, it's annoying. It's annoying.
This doesn't only happen to Dragon Ball Z, just so everybody knows, happens to other people like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer.
One Piece heavily.
One Piece.
If you're an anime One Piece only fan, I feel so bad for you because you're gonna get spoiled.
Yeah, you really are. Like I was forced to read the manga and catch up. I'm caught up. Yeah. It's fucked up how you gotta be caught up nowadays. But until publishers find new ways to secure their IPs in Japan, it looks like we're gonna be getting some more leaks. So just be careful for that.
You know, this is kind of a controversial topic because there are people that will debate that these leaks can be helpful for the franchise. This helps a lot for video games, especially Apex. And people always complain about, oh yeah, we would like to be surprised and shit, but these data miners are always leaking content for Apex, and they're seasons ahead of what is even out. You can like see like 4 seasons ahead, new characters, new guns, and all that shit. But at the same time, it revives a hype in the community that people like, that left and shit. They see these leaks and they be like, oh, that looks cool. Like I'm coming back for that. They have something to look forward to in the future. Do you think it could be the same for manga and anime, where like these leaks can be somewhat beneficial instead of always harmful? And just gathering hype for the...
I feel like just because when it comes to like games and like people actually like selling books, it's like 2 different like fields. To where this makes people like lose like an audience faster compared to a video game. Okay, video game can live on and it's like on, like it's digital. Where books and manga, like his sales could start going down because niggas already know how it ends.
So they have no reason to buy it then. Okay,
Exactly.
you're right.
Yeah, I do like video game leaks. Like you were saying, I like to know what comes ahead, and then you can still like play it for yourself. Like they'd be like, oh, we're adding, I don't know, fucking dinosaurs, fucking grenade launchers. You may know it's coming out, but you can still play it and test it for yourself. But yeah, for the manga sales, for like manga chapters and like anime, it's like the whole thing. You want to watch it, see it yourself.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know if it could be beneficial. That's all our talks for the Dragon Ball stuff. Just want to talk about that. In other anime news, we could talk about... so it's not confirmed, but it's rumored that Disney got the streaming rights to Bleach and that it may show up on Disney Plus. There have been a lot of memes in the anime community. Are you guys happy about that? You guys worried about that?
I think it's still gonna give it justice. Like Disney recently started like doing rated R movies, so I believe they're gonna start doing like rated R shows. They'll allow it. They won't censor nothing. And I'll appreciate it more because it's gonna be dubbed.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Fuck y'all. But
you're gonna hear Mickey Mouse.
It's gonna have
why?
Yeah.
Ichigo.
There's gonna be 2. I'm glad there's just 2 options now. There's going to be 2 options instead of strictly just Japanese.
Guys,
look,
it'll get more like a fan base.
I think this is One Piece all over again when it was on 4Kids. Okay,
oh, don't say that.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
I gotta say
don't
it.
say that.
You know what the worst? You know what was the worst part about One Piece on 4Kids? That they didn't even feel like they were trying to give you One Piece, right, for like American audience. They changed it and censored it so fucking much that it literally
But that came out after One Piece came out, though. This is like actual like whole thing dropping on.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say it's like I just felt like they weren't even trying to like make it seem like it was One Piece. They're trying to make it seem like it was their own show and then give it to you. And I'm afraid that's what they're gonna do with Bleach. Like they're gonna do.
No, I'd be damned.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they only have streaming rights and they don't have rights to mess with anything.
Oh, I hope so.
Disney did stream anime before. Like they used to have Naruto on Disney XD and whatever. They used to show the movies on Disney. And they got the Marvel shows on Disney too.
But it's like, why mix it?
I don't know. Like I'm not happy about it at all. Like I'd much rather it be on Crunchyroll or something.
Or Netflix at the very least.
Or Netflix, but the Disney, hey, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like I don't think they'll change anything. If they get it, they get it. But hey, it was looking scary. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
On to other news. I would like to apologize to everybody watching at home. I know I hyped up that Ruby anime in one of the episodes, so I'm gonna talk my shit now because I do not fuck with that at all. The new Ruby anime that came out, it doesn't really follow the original anime. It just like recaps some of it and then it like does its own story. It doesn't even have the original OST, which is like a major part of Ruby is the OST. and the music that goes along with the fights. It's just not the same. Honestly, it's really not. The fight scenes aren't there. Like I was watching them fight the Scorpion, and it was not the same of how they originally did it on YouTube. You look it up on YouTube, watch the whole thing on YouTube, or you can watch it on Crunchyroll too. I'm pretty sure they have it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
The original.
Is it that bad?
It's yeah.
They
it's not
showed
bad.
me the Scorpion fight scene.
Yeah, we actually showed Antonio the original. And we showed him a couple
was
episodes.
it fast paced at least?
No, I don't even remember. It was just terrible.
It was just really, really bad. The fight choreographies were bad, and that's mainly what Ruby's known for is the fights. Is the fights and the music, and they didn't have the fights or the music, so it's like, what am I here for?
It's like Dragon Ball without transformations of flying.
So yeah, and I heard other people complain like, you know, they move too fast and they don't let the characters and moments breathe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of issues with the show. So if you guys want to get into Ruby, watch the original one on YouTube, or you can watch the original one on Crunchyroll. Just stay away from that new one. All right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Done with the Ruby shit.
Yeah.
Okay. This wasn't on our list, but are you caught up on My Hero,
Yes, I am.
manga wise, and all that other stuff?
Yes,
I'm not
I
gonna
am.
say anything too crazy because I know Antonio isn't a reader.
I don't care about
And-
that fucking shit. I'm over it.
Really?
I'm all caught
It's
up.
some crazy
I'm
shit.
over it.
It's some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm wondering, how do you feel? Did you say fully or just?
They got rid of All Might. That shit would suck my dick.
Nah, I wish it was that. Let me tell you.
I'm surprised you're still reading it. Like
I
I
had
haven't
to come
talked
back
to you
after I saw
about.
that.
I haven't talked. So you caught up on My Hero? You're not caught up on Boruto?
No, fuck Baruto.
Boruto's so good right now. I was waiting for this chapter
Baruto
to
has
come out.
killed my hype, man. I'm sorry, but okay, look. Full spoilers for My Hero Academia manga. If you're not caught up now, skip forward. I don't want to hear it. I am so sorry if you get spoiled. Okay, Antonio, are you sure?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, they killed Bakugo. Like, and it's like, wow, that was fucking out of nowhere.
You know, I don't know if he's dead or if they're gonna
No,
do some
explosive,
anime
dude.
shit.
Oh, really?
Nah, I think he's dead. They showed his heart blowing up. They showed his heart blowing
I gotta
up.
see the next chapter.
And I don't want to see none of that airy rewind bullshit.
They're gonna rewind.
I really hope not.
I thought he was supposed to be like the one of the successors. Like what happens to that?
It's failed theory. Hey, some theories don't go through, right? But
I guess.
I'm happy as fuck. The anime finally has stakes again. You know, it finally feels like they have something to lose because they did like 2 wars and no one died. They did the villain versus villain war.
They had like one person die.
Who? Oh, I guess the teacher.
Yeah, like one of the teachers
Well,
died.
let's talk about the
really
teacher.
good.
No one cares about the teacher.
I mean, some people retired. Like,
and then some people retired, but like, you know, I just felt like the students themselves were never in any danger.
Mm.
Like the students, which were the main characters, always felt like they were going to be safe and they're going to be the next generation. It's like, sure, maybe a teacher or two would die, a pro hero, whatever. But you didn't care about those guys. They were side characters. The ensemble of students was what, you know, what we were really attached to. And to see literally like basically the second main character, well, I'm gonna say die. Maybe he's not. I personally think he's dead. I hope he's dead. Like I said, that adds more stakes to the story, and I feel like it's making the war arc a lot better now. Because it's like if he can go, literally anyone in the class is vulnerable now. Because if he's willing to kill off Bakugo, anyone in the class is going. Anyone in the class. Because Bakugo is literally, if you look at the popularity test, one of the most popular character in
Oh,
both
shit.
Japan and America.
I haven't seen the popularity polls.
Yeah, he's the most popular character.
Fucking crazy.
So for him to kill him off is really big, I'm telling you. So I hope it stays.
So you think that's gonna be enough to get everybody back into the manga?
Hell yeah, got me back into it. I saw that leak and I was like, no way. I read 15 chapters straight
Wow.
to get to that shit, bro. 'Cause I haven't
Wow.
read it since the Toritoki fight.
Damn.
Yeah, haven't read it because that shit was garbage.
It was.
It was garbage. And I said, I'm done with it. I'll wait for it to be over. And I saw that.
Respectable.
Started swiping, bro.
I can't believe you. And he's not even caught up on Boruto. Oh
I'm
god.
not fuck Baruto. When was the last time they killed someone in Baruto?
Like, you know, that one time.
Exactly.
Whatever. Boruto's good. They got the plot twist, right?
I'm not saying Baruto's not good. It's just, it takes a lot to read it. It's like 30 pages.
Damn right. A fucking goodness. Each one. I'm absorbing them chapters. I don't even read it. I absorb
You know
it.
where I'm at? You know where I'm at
know
for
when they're
Baruto?
all teenagers. That's when the
They are
good part.
teenagers already, aren't they, technically?
I mean, technically, I guess.
I know you hear me like shit put in
Yeah.
teenagers, but
Cause they're gonna not cancel it, but they're gonna stop it. I know they're gonna make a fucking Shippuden version.
I hope not. But fucking, you know where I'm at for Baruto?
Where?
When they finally beat the dude that was trying to kidnap Kawaki, whatever, and he beat him with the Shadow Clone. That's where I left off. When he beat him with that Shadow Clone, I said I'm done. A god got defeated by a shadow clone, bro.
I don't really remember what you're talking about, but I'll have to look back at it.
When Kawaki got kidnapped, because his body was expiring, and Sasuke and Naruto were getting fucking faded for like 3 chapters in a row. They're getting ran, their pockets, their everything, because they couldn't touch this guy. The one with the cubes? Come on, how do you not remember this?
The one with the cubes,
Before Code or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy they fought before Code.
So, but what are you saying about the shadow clone?
Oh, that's how they defeated him. Kawaki did a shadow clone, tricked him into running his time up, and that's how he died.
Oh, that was clever. That was some Naruto
stupid.
shit. That was some Naruto shit.
That was stupid. The millions of jutsus we've learned, and that's how they built. That's how they killed him. He's a god.
Classic.
He's
Goku's still doing.
He's supposed to absorb chakras. How did he not know the chakra fucking shadow clone was a shadow clone?
A little bit of chakra, a little bit of me.
Stupid. That was stupid. I saw that shit. I gave up.
Nah, that's just peak right now.
It was probably all over again. He was beating his ass so hard that he forgot that they had to win. He was like, fuck it, just shadow clone him, bro.
Nah, it added up. It added up.
It did not. It's probably all over again. We'll make a poll.
So that's mostly it for all of our anime news. We will talk about this one last final topic. I saved this one for last. I didn't get a chance to talk about it in the last 2 episodes for reasons, but I'll talk about it now. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has passed away. He passed away recently. I think it was like last month, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me if I'm butchering it. Kazuki Takahashi, that was his name. He was found dead in southern Japan off the coast of Okinawa in snorkeling equipment. It's fucked up. Rest in peace to him. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I grew up with the anime because it would come on TV like Saturday morning, so I'd watch it. Like me and my brothers would have cards and shit, and it was pretty dope. I even watched the abridged. That's like when people just like voice act over the lines and they just make their own stuff. Those are the only bridge I watched. Is like, what's it called? The Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z abridged, because those are funny.
Yeah.
And then there's this other dude called, I think it's Little Kubo or something, I forgot, but he also does Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, and I watch his videos, and I find them shits funny. There were a lot of great moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, they had the fashion, it was a big name, they have all the cards, the tournaments, and it's really fucked up how we lost one of the OGs.
Or he passed, but I didn't know he died swimming.
Yeah, he did. Made a lot of series, made a lot of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Series spawned a lot of memes. You know, they have I think the best meme they have, in my opinion, I don't know all the memes, not really caught up with the show or anything, but it's from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! It was kind of like, to me, that's like the original 8-page Muda, 7-page Muda. When...
So is the manga still going?
I don't know.
Or is everything after that Yu-Gi-Oh! Just shows spin-offs?
Like, it's kind of like a spin-off. Like, after one Yu-Gi-Oh! Show ends, they just, you know, time skip into the future.
Right, but like, is that how the manga works, or is that just...
I've never seen the manga.
Sure, okay.
It's like Pokemon rules. Or like Digimon rules, you know?
Yeah, it's like...
So is Pokemon manga still going?
I don't even know.
Does Pokemon
Pokemon
have
have
the manga?
manga.
Yeah, they don't have manga. Okay.
I mean, they do, but I feel like the story that's in the anime.
Yeah, no, it's a cartoon first.
Yeah, they kind of just do whatever, I guess. I really don't know the structure for how they do it. I just know, you know, it takes place sometime in the future after they finish one, and they just start all over with a new cast of characters. I put respect on his name. Like I said, he had the original Yu-Gi-Oh! When he fights, what's his name, Weevil? And then he's like, they're having a duel, and I don't know, I guess he was pissed off that day, like something happened in the show, I forgot what, but they were in a duel, and then he was like, he set him up, and he was like, if every time I draw a card, if it's a monster card, you're gonna take damage. And he's like, but what are the odds that I draw a monster card in a monster card game, you know, what are the odds? And he kept drawing cards, and he kept drawing monster cards, and then he kept losing life points, and he'd be like, draw monster card though. And then he'll take a hit and be like, and be like, draw monster card though. And be like, and it goes on for a really long time. Like, he been hit 0 and he's just drawing cards on his ass.
Are you serious?
Yes, bro. And then his friend had to stop him, like, Yuki, stop! And he's like, get off me. And that was like one of the funniest moments. Yeah, you can look it up. Look it up on YouTube. It's a real clip. And that's like the original 7-page Muda where Giorno punches that dude for 7 pages. Or
Antonio's face kills.
I'm mad.
That's like the
it's in a card game.
Yeah.
You can just like.
It's a kid's show, you know, so they can't really show him raging and fucking someone up. So they're like, what's the equivalent to it? And that's the equivalent to it.
But there are a lot of crazy moments.
Stop it! Stop it! Like,
They have a lot of crazy moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they be playing and they'd be like, yeah, now we're tied up and there's like a water below us. Like, they get crazy. They'd be like, we're playing for your fucking soul now.
Nice.
Like, it's crazy in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Card game, what the fuck?
I know, but to the rich people,
like
they take it seriously.
It's like a mythical type of fucking.
Fuck that.
Right, and then there's like a whole religion behind it.
You know, like let it rip type of guy. One more like a Bakugan type of guy. You know,
Yeah,
the
fuck with
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let It Rip.
Was never for me.
Fuck arena, that shit's so caliber.
And
Your platforms start disappearing, get thrown off.
Get thrown off? What the fuck? I think they were kids, bro.
They blast you back.
That's crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. No, the lore for Beyblade is crazy too. In the official shit, they have Jesus splitting the Red Sea with a Beyblade. That's just dope.
That's funny as fuck.
It's dope. That's the coolest shit I ever heard. I was like, oh, that's
funny as
canon.
fuck.
That's
Hold up,
canon.
so to end off the anime shit, if you guys had to choose, would you pick the Pokemon world, Yu-Gi-Oh! World, or Beyblade world?
I'll be a Beyblader just because I grew up with it.
Really?
I grew up with it and I had my mom record the episodes for me and shit. I love Beyblade.
It's more hood.
You too? It's more. I respect that. No, I
They
respect
get crazy.
that.
Like they be blowing up rocks and boulders
Yeah.
and shit. They be fucking up
And then you get like
stadiums.
used to pieces too. That shit was lit.
I'm like, yo, if you could do that, that brings a whole new meaning to.
Uh-huh.
I got the metal on me, bro. Like it's different, bro. God, what you say?
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna say Pokemon at first, but I'm very concerned about what they eat. Like they never really explained where their meat comes from, and I'm concerned it's Pokemon, and that's enough to stop me. So yeah, I'm gonna say Beyblade.
I mean, they could eat like regular vegetables and
Man,
shit.
I'm gonna be a vegetarian. The fuck?
I mean, you don't have to be vegetarian.
So
Like,
I'm not gonna eat. Exactly. That's the
all
problem.
right,
I
but
don't
you
know
all
where
right,
to
you
get
have a
their-
cat. You don't eat cat food, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same with the Pokemon. Like, feed it whatever the fuck.
No, I don't care about the Pokemon eating.
Oh.
I'm talking about me.
Oh, you talking about you?
If I want a cheeseburger, I don't know what kind of meat they're using. Like, I've never seen a cow in Pokemon. I've never seen a pig.
Oh,
Like,
I'm pretty sure they have.
I don't know. Man.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
They
point.
never
If they
showed
don't
it.
have regular animals, then never mind.
They never showed it, right? I thought that's like a big joke in the community. Like, what do these guys eat? Do they eat Pokemon? It's like, what are they eating? You know?
Oh my god.
Fuck that, I'm never gonna be in Pokemon World. Because everywhere I go, niggas gonna battle me. Like, oh, that's a cute
You can say
fucking.
no.
That's a cute little pet. What's his fucking hit points? As I buried in my little.
Yo, no, I feel like it's a lot of work. You gotta train every Pokemon you get. Unless you stick with one, but if you only got one, it's like, you're kind of a bitch, bro. You can't capture more Pokemon.
I just hated that whole collecting shit. Like, I never agreed with it. Like, why do you have to collect them all? You're not even gonna use all of them. You're gonna use 6 in the fucking battle!
And then they like store them in machines too.
And it's like, so why are you catching them all?
Yeah. Fucking, because for one, I heard the Pokeballs are actually really spacious. Or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck, or they're grand as
Like, they
gross
shrink.
inside.
That's what I heard.
But then when I remember I saw this one episode where he literally went to this machine. It's like, yo, I could really use this Pokemon right now. And then he went into the machine and like summoned that guy. And I'm a little kid thinking like, bro, did he just like save that little thing like data, bro? Are all these Pokemon from like the last 12 seasons just stored in his fucking machine? Because he never come back until like the latest season where he has all his Pokemons now.
Yeah.
But before they were all gone. He would always have to start over and start over. And I'm like, yo, where these niggas at, bro? Where's your whole crew at? You're always starting over. It's always Pikachu and me, but where's Charizard? Where's the monkey guy? Where they at?
So every Pokemon show is still a continuation of the last.
Technically,
No idea.
yes.
I always thought it was like a reboot.
Nah, that's what I always thought too. But no, technically they continue. But my thing is that he always starts over with his team. So he just has these niggas in the
So
box.
every season, this nigga's just taking an L.
Yeah. He like recently won.
I heard about that.
He like
yeah.
recently won. Yeah.
But who the fuck be whooping his
I
ass?
don't
That's
know.
like
Everybody.
that's like 20 antagonists you got.
Ash
That one.
Ash takes the most L's in almost any anime character in the entire fucking anime verse.
Wow.
Like literally, I think his
that.
first episode was an L. Like he just takes L's. That's what he's known for.
Just keep trying.
So keep trying. That's why he's so ton. He said, I'm not gonna age and try
Gotta
one of these
catch them
bitches.
all. Gotta keep trying hard. Change that.
Alright, so we're on agreement. Blade Worlds. That's lit.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. Can you have more than one Blade?
Yeah.
Right?
I think we only have one. I mean, I just see mostly everybody else with
right.
one.
I guess that makes sense.
It's not fucking Pokemon, what you need all of them for.
I mean, I want to chew at least. I want to jump someone.
Nah,
You're not gonna.
I seen a
that's
collection
against
of
the
it.
rules.
People treat that shit like it's a hot wheel.
Yeah,
Cause you're able to customize it.
that's pretty cool. I like the customization. Yeah.
Bro, I remember the Beyblades when they were wheels, bro. I thought that shit was so cool when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I forgot what they were called.
Wait, with the plastic wheel around it?
Yeah, bro. I remember watching this. I remember waking
Yeah.
up on Cartoon. Yeah, this shit. I remember waking up early Cartoon Network, and this shit would be on, bro. And there were wheels, and then they would just be crashing into each other and shit. I was like, yo, I wanted one so bad.
You never got one?
Nah.
Oh, that's wild.
McDonald's had that fucking fake ass version.
Yeah.
Made out of plastic. My cousin had like all like the metal ones.
Yeah,
Shit
no,
was
let me
has
tell you
weights
though,
to it.
when it comes to video games, Bakugan had the absolute best fucking video game. I don't know
Yeah,
I
if you
fucking
played
hate
it.
Bakugan.
What?
Like the game concept, like
What?
in real life.
Oh, okay, no, that's true. You can hit
I
that.
never watched
I
the
didn't fuck
anime,
with that in real life.
but I
but
hated
the
the
video
toys.
game, the PS2, what was it? It was
Yeah, it was PS2.
PS2.
I heard about that one.
And on DS2, bro. I turn you
That
on.
shit
Mad
was
niggas are on that.
I replayed that shit like hundreds of times.
It had a lot of
Like,
replayability
that
value.
shit was so funny. If I can get it right now, I'll get it right now. And I'll play that shit. Like, that shit was it. That shit was it, man.
So, with all the anime stuff being said, we're gonna move on to the next two topics. They're pretty short, but we'll talk about it. First up, She-Hulk's out. We're in the Marvel phase. We're talking about Marvel. The new episode of She-Hulk came out. I don't know if you guys know, but the head writer of She-Hulk, she wrote the Pickle Rick episode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So, you know, she's
So
like,
she's definitely she's funny.
Yeah. And, like, not just a good writer. Pickle Rick episode is like the best fucking Rick and Morty episode in history, in my opinion. It's like the best fucking episode.
The Asian lady wrote that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Oh,
the
she
best.
created up with that. But
Sure,
now she,
with that?
she created that idea.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but then now she writes for She-Hulk. So
Mhm.
everyone's hoping that the comedy is at least up to par.
Yeah. The only reason I found out about her was because everybody was talking so much shit about that same season that the Pickle Rick episode came out. Oh, it was a terrible season, bad season. It was so shitty. And then they were blaming it on the mostly new female writers that joined the team. They're like, oh, it's because you got the female writers and shit that this season was so trash. And they were like, bro, but the only episode y'all saying was good was made by the female writers. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? So it kind of like, it was a whole
I
drama.
think they were
shit.
talking about the overall of the show, though.
Yeah, but everybody was only
I
hyping
feel like
up
the
that
last
one
season
episode.
was pretty bad.
Oh,
Yeah, it
really?
was.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch.
It was better than 4?
Like I wasn't like keeping up with it throughout the entire season. Like I was the other seasons. I really didn't care
That's
about this season.
fair.
I'm gonna say it's
I feel
another
like-
episode.
After season 1 and 2, the show kind of just has a very, very different vibe that
Yeah.
they keep trying to go back to, but they really just can't.
Like whatever season it was, where they like the very first episode, they kept like breaking like the fourth wall and kept making different dimensions, and like it kept going at the entire episode.
That's
That
like season 1. I mean, episode 1 of season 2.
yeah, like that shit was a whole banger,
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
fucking banger.
I feel like what they need to do is be more like Rick and Morty, which is Rick and Morty, where it's more like a regular show. So it's just way more random. Like you genuinely don't know what the fuck is gonna happen from anything that they're doing. Like in a regular show, they could be making a sandwich and after it'll break through a fucking dimension or some shit. Right? It's so fucking random. I feel like Rick and Morty is too story driven now, and I feel like that's what they were trying to stay away from. But it's so hard because that's what all the
It's
fans.
not
really
even
did.
that. Like this season was just satire, all satire. Like we had a Voltron episode,
The Voltron episode was good. Don't even cap.
but the whole season was like that.
Yeah. The Voltron episode was good. Come on, that shit was. It was like a mafia Voltron. That was funny as fuck. That was funny as fuck. Don't hate.
I
on
remember
it.
it being funny, but the episode was whatever.
Yeah, but no, I feel like we just need to go back to the roots of being more random and less story driven because the story and the whole lore and shit was good. We already got his backstory. Fuck all that shit. Go back to random adventures. I don't want any of the episodes to connect because I feel like how Wanner was saying for like Smiley Friends, like once you watch it, you can't rewatch it. You already know what's gonna happen. I feel the same about like from season 3 up to the current seasons.
Yeah.
Like 1 and 2, I can rewatch.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's really random. But these last seasons, after I watched it once, I'm done. Like I know what's gonna happen. It's not funny anymore. It lost the dramatic and whatever. So, yeah.
I know you were saying the Pickle Rick was your favorite. I think the best episode they had was when the memory one, when it's like, oh, you need to have a bad memory of someone.
Oh,
in order to know that they're real. Because that shit was
Yeah.
fun. You literally start the episode, you're like, there's some random dude here. I think they're gonna explain him, and then it's like, hey, he may or may not be like a fake parasite, and now you just have all these characters,
Yeah.
and that shit was funny as shit. And they didn't rely on like, I feel like they're getting kind of predictable with their humor. Like they're relying on a bunch of more adult jokes and sex this, sex that. I was watching the new trailer, and it seems like it's gonna be more sex this, sex that, shooting and shit. I
All
don't
the
know.
current time stuff too.
It's like you could do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just said it earlier, like regular show, they get into some random messes. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Some more unpredictability.
Like
Some
now
more
they're
uniqueness.
just following the fucking wave right now. At first, like the first 2 seasons, they were just off doing their own thing,
shit,
their own
yeah.
ideas. Now they're doing like mainstream stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All
Like,
they're doing.
It sounds weird to say this, but they care too much about what the fans want, and it's like, yeah, that's okay to a degree, but when you're letting your fans dictate where your show is going, because I feel like before he definitely said like, oh, we're not going to get into Rick's backstory, you're never going to get the backstory. It is what it is. Like the whole point is that you don't know what the fuck's going on. He's a mystery. And then 2 seasons later, we get his entire fucking backstory.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, we didn't like. Yeah, it was cool, but we didn't really need it. Like, I felt like I liked it better when I didn't know what the fuck Rick went through and why he is the way he is. Now that I know why he is the way he is, it's like, okay, he's just like me. Some fucked up shit. I'm gonna go through life fucked up shit. I'll be depressed. It's whatever. That's just regular life. Now I don't care about the show because it's just regular life shit now. You know, it's not as goofy or whatever it used to be.
Yeah, like when they faked you out the first time with like, he got captured by the Citadel and they were trying to get him. And it was like, oh, this is my backstory. And he's like, that's not even my backstory. I was like, okay, so the authors know, they really don't give a fuck. They
But then
just
they
fuck with
retconned it,
you.
and then technically it still was.
Yeah,
part of his
so it's like, oh,
side,
okay.
yeah. But I do remember, I think the last thing I'll say about Rick and Morty, I do remember when it first came out, I had to convince him on, he's so hard to watch this shit. Because he watched one episode before.
I was traumatized.
And it traumatized the fuck out of him. He did not want to touch the show ever again. It was when Morty got to pick the adventure for the first time.
Oh.
And the jelly bean.
That shit was not cool. That jelly bean shit was not funny. They need to
That shit was
they gotta
hilarious.
put trigger warnings on shit like that, bro. They gotta put trigger
That
warnings.
shit was
It was
funny,
the
dude.
funniest shit ever.
And then they kept it a secret. I think Morty probably killed them or some shit.
Yeah,
Rick
Rick
kills him
too.
later. Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, this nigga's a pedophile. Should we tell the people? They're like, nah, bro. Just keep the statue up.
Yeah, the statue.
Wash the statue every Tuesday. Fuck it. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, that's a lot.
Does it make Rick find out about it?
Yeah,
Go
Rick finds
back?
out, like, he gets the hint, and it's like, oh, I see what happened, and then, like, he later on, he shoots him through
Yeah.
the portal. But no, that episode was funny as fuck, and Amani was traumatized from that shit, bro.
I was traumatized. Like, damn. That's not
I'm gonna
how.
tell you, that's literally all it took for him to stop watching it, how to convince him.
Like, it's kind of a bad episode to start. Like, you know, you should start from, like, episode 1 or some shit. But even then, like, that was, like, season 1, I'm pretty
That
sure.
was, yeah.
So even then, yeah, that shit was crazy. But enough Rick and Morty. All I said was the head writer She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's how good the show is, like, you know, if you're into it, you can't mention it.
But, alright, if you guys are done sucking Rick and Morty, how'd you feel about She-Hulk?
I
I didn't watch it.
Oh,
yet.
shit.
liked it.
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think it was a nice little opening for the show and the character in general. They did say that we weren't supposed to get her origin story episode 1. It was actually supposed to be like way later in the series.
Damn.
But that people would have been too confused as to why she's already She-Hulk and transforming throughout the series without the explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
so
like
they
that.
moved it up.
Okay.
And that's why some of the CGI and VFX is a little spotty still and like not as great as it should be. I personally didn't notice. I thought it all looked really great, all really good.
It looks very off.
I think so.
For some scenes.
To me, yeah, some scenes.
Yeah, for some scenes. Like,
Like
some
when
scenes I was
she's
watching
moving,
it.
it doesn't look
Mhm.
right.
When she's
Yeah,
moving?
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like, it's just some scenes when she's standing still, I just feel like she doesn't even look like She-Hulk. She looks like a woman painted green.
Yeah.
And I know they've been having a lot of VFX issues at Marvel. They even been told they had to cut down on
Her scenes. as
her
She-Hulk.
scenes as She-Hulk, yeah. So I know it's looking rough.
My biggest problem with her transformation in general is that she's really skinny. Like, she's not buff at all.
Yeah.
Right. And Disney has had a very bad reputation, which is having buff women in general. For that movie Encanto, they had like one of the sisters really buff, and at first Disney was trying to get them to make her like a regular scrawny person that was just super strong. But then the writer was like, no, it's really important for her character that she's built this way because that's her art, that's her representation. It's what happened. So they had to fight really hard just to get that anime character to be buff. And then I feel like it's the same thing for She-Hulk. Like, they made her really flimsy, and it's like in the comic she's buff, like she has muscle, she can compete with Hulk. But in the show, I just, like Amani said, it's just a woman painted green. Like, it looks really bad.
Yeah, for some
Yeah,
of the
also
scenes.
in the comics, she's like very sexualized too.
Yeah,
But she
makes
came
fun
out
of it.
during like that era of
Mhm.
females.
Yeah, I did do my research because I'm more of a DC guy, not a Marvel dude. So before the show came out, I did my research on She-Hulk. She was actually breaking the fourth wall before Deadpool, which I
Yeah.
thought was really cool.
Damn right.
I thought Deadpool was the first one to ever do it, and that's why I was like, I had a little bit of hate on She-Hulk. I was like, oh, she's gonna be Deadpool, but nah, she was doing it first, poking fun at everybody, everything. I do know what you mean by the hypersexualization, not hypersexualization,
But she used to do it like fourth, like mix that with the fourth wall.
yeah, like I
That
saw
shit
her
takes some
jump
sexual-
roping with like the page, and the page would like cover her, tits and shit.
Mhm.
I saw like something like that.
Oh, she likes to get through panels. She gets to like a different location.
Like real Playboy shit they were playing around with. To be
Oh,
honest
yeah.
with you.
I don't know if they're gonna do that in Disney though. It looks pretty.
No,
good
that's what I
for
mean.
Disney.
Like Disney is like doing their own thing.
No, but I'm
They
okay
just
with that
grab
part.
the woman
Okay.
and like paint her green.
In terms of like not over sexualizing her, I'm okay with it. 'Cause I feel like the reason why they did it back in the old days, like it was just to make fun of like how typical it was to have these superhero women in the comic. They were just there to be sexual objects, and She-Hulk literally was there to make fun of that. I think that's why they gave her the fourth wall breaking abilities, and it shows in a lot because she literally makes fun of it herself in the comics. Like, oh, this is what you would expect and shit, but nah, she's really easy about it. What I like about the show is the dynamic between her and Bruce. Like, they feel like real cousins, in my opinion. That real love-hate relationship, where it's like one moment you're cool with your cousin, you actually hang out, and then the next moment they're just really annoying. You want to punch them in the face. I feel like they really got that connection, like really solid. You're gonna say something?
Did they say what happened to Bruce during this whole time? What you been up to?
Just working on fixing his arm. Yeah. And they fixed it in that episode.
If I could add another complaint, I didn't like how she mastered the clap shit mad fast. Like, I don't even think she should have that ability, but
What?
that's just me, I guess.
Why?
Cause she got, alright, I understand she got a little bit of this dude's blood, she's super powered, but nah, you're not taking the Hulk's clap. And she's mad, if she was like buff She-Hulk, alright, but she's so fucking skinny, I can't believe she's making shockwaves.
Nah, I feel like, but you see how when Hulk did it, she got sent flying, and when she did it, he didn't. Like, he didn't even move. All it did was hurt his
I mean,
ears.
she was still,
It shows the difference. Like, it shows the difference. Like, she's clapping, but it's not the Hulk clap, because she didn't push him. Right, all it did was hurt his ears.
It's too much. It was too much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're saying. It's She-Hulk. Come on, it's She-Hulk.
Yeah, it's She-Hulk. It's She-Hulk. They
And
still
also on
showed
top
you.
of that, she's trying to do it against the Hulk. She wasn't pushing that nigga.
Nah, she was fucking up his ears though.
Huh?
She was fucking up his ears. She had him on the ground.
I think she like ran him
Yeah.
over too. That shit did not.
I did not like how he got ran over.
I was like,
I'm
how the
you're
fuck did
Hulk.
you run over the Hulk?
Like, first of all, he went hands to hands with the fucking Hulkbuster armor. That alone is at least like 20 fucking tons.
Right.
And that was barely fucking moving him.
Had his own movie in space, boxing it
And
up.
you're telling me a little fucking Jeep from Toyota pushed that nigga into a boulder and he got fucking laid out? Like, what was that? I didn't fuck with that.
Yeah.
That was some real Disney nerf right there.
But this is smart Hulk we're talking about.
Nah, I don't care. That was some. They showed him chugging a fucking boulder into space.
Right.
Into space, Antonio.
Huh.
And you telling me he got run over by a car?
He got ran over by a car, bro.
Like, maybe he
Cybercar
turned off his strength because he didn't want to demolish the car while she was in it. I don't know, but they had to explain that. They couldn't just let that shit slide.
Like you went under the car and everything.
No, like she literally pushed him with the car and then he went flying to the side into some boulders. Yeah. And the car was not even a scratch on it.
Huh.
Hulk.
Huh.
Probably
Hulk.
paid for it.
Hulk.
I don't know. They were like, yo, make sure you
Toyota,
push.
so strong, kid. Run over a Hulk.
Right. I'm definitely buying your car now.
Yeah. My last complaint I would say about the show, I don't like how Hulk is trying to force her to be a superhero. I feel like that's just kind of like
Is he really?
left field in a way. Like he was just really trying to be pushy about it.
Yeah,
make
you're
it seem
right.
like her life was over. Like
You think that
the
like she'll
fuck?
like come to him, asking him like how do you control this ability?
no, she knows how to control it perfectly.
Really?
She can already transform and untransform.
Oh wow.
100%. Like I mean, in the comic it was always like that. She never really struggled with her powers ever. She always had way better control. And in the show, they explain it as like, oh, women having to always deal with these anger issues and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I don't really like that, especially when they show her. She literally gets catcalled and then she freaks out.
Yeah.
And then
That was a bad
after
example.
that, she's like, "Oh, I get catcalled all the time and I don't get angry." And it's like,
Yeah.
you just got angry like 20 minutes ago. What are you talking about? So I don't like. Yeah,
That
I
was
don't like how
bad
they
writing.
handled that.
Although I can check that up to her just transforming for the first time or some shit, having the blood in her system. I don't know.
I need to see her on
That's-
her period. There should be a whole episode about that. That'd be pretty funny.
Actually, I don't think they'll shy away from it. Maybe.
That'd be a pretty funny episode.
Baymax actually had an episode. For those who don't know, Big Hero 6 has a show now. It's mostly just
Baymax.
helping
Yeah.
kids, but they had an episode about him helping a girl with her period.
Okay.
I was very surprised Disney went that, but it's really good and informative. They even have like transgender dude in there too and everything. Yeah, we'll talk about that some other episode. But so I wouldn't be surprised if they did that for She-Hulk. They might. But also I feel like it's a little cliche. Like, oh wow, we get a woman show, we gotta go over a period episode. Like, I feel like there's some cliche shits we can just skip over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't like how she got dressed up in the bathroom too. Like they just so happened to have an extra pair. They so happen to be nice. They so happen to have extra pairs.
No,
of
that's
clothes.
realistic. Women have pair of shoes because walking in heels, that's hard. So some women do have spare little flats or whatever.
Bro, but she was like fucked up and bruised up in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
that's a little
and then
weird,
they
yeah.
just hooked her up on the fly. I was like, what is going on?
I mean, hey, hopefully bathrooms like that in real life,
Yeah, I
That's
highly
fucking
doubt
cool.
it. It's only the first episode. I really don't have too much to say. I'm gonna keep watching it. We'll let you know.
Yeah. But so far, I'll give it a solid little 5 out of 10. Those are.
That being said, we'll move on to the next short topic. New Tekken anime came out on Netflix. Me and Antonio watched it. How many episodes is it?
Only 6.
Really?
Very
30 minutes?
less.
Less? 20? 15?
It was probably like 25 minutes,
Okay.
24 minutes. Not including the intro
Damn.
and outro.
Damn.
Yeah.
The way they did it, it's not like, if you don't know nothing about Tekken, I don't know if you could really just jump in, maybe watch a video or two. Because they put a lot of characters in. I'm not familiar with Tekken. I don't know all the lore. They threw in mad characters, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck most of these niggas are.
They're from like the earlier Tekkens, because later Tekken games, they aren't in there anymore. They switched them out. But it takes place between Tekken 2 and 3, because it's a 19-year time skip. And no one really knew what the fuck happened between those time periods, so they came out with this anime to explain some shit. So the anime is canon.
Oh wow, so this just canon too.
Yeah, like the dude we were following, I thought they just made him for the show, but that's an actual character in the game. That's the son of Kazuya.
Kazuya's also in Smash Bros. Just in case you guys don't know,
Yep.
we're talking about the Smash. He's talking about the Smash Bros. Dude. Look. Long story short, watch it if you're bored. The story wasn't really all that great. Nothing to write home about. Just really watch it if you're bored. I only liked it because of the fights. They made the fights look like just like the video game. Like we were watching it. Like they had the block and the block particles, and they had the attack animations and the lightning. It looks so cool. And that's really what I watched it for. So if you're bored, watch it on Netflix. 6 episodes.
Like, it's definitely a quick watch. Like, they definitely made it. You can tell that they made it for the people that want an explanation.
Okay.
They definitely like rushed through it real quick, but it gave you like lore.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
That being said, we're moving on to the DC. You know, DC, HBO Max, they've been going through it right now. They're doing Warner Brothers is merging with Discovery, and they're doing a lot of things. They recently canceled the Batgirl movie, and it was pretty much done. It's a $100 million project, and that is the most expensive project to be canceled in history.
I thought it was 90.
It was 100, and it's the most money to be like just spent on fucking nothing for a movie in like history. So I thought that was crazy.
You know the reason for why they canceled it?
Some people were saying like, oh, it was bad, so they didn't want to release it, and they just want people to take the name more seriously.
On top of that, yeah, but there's also just how DC is at this state. like knowing how like DC is not doing as good as Marvel.
I
Like,
mean,
they
why do you
spent
start
that
trying
much.
to compete? Just accept that you're not going to be good, bro.
Exactly.
Just accept
That's
it.
why I think they're doing a whole remodel right now.
Fuck? Then get rid of Ezra Miller, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, Ezra Miller's a menace. He's
He
not
came-
as
he's
And
good.
they
somehow
still have
with a
Amber
fun-
Heard in there too. I'm gonna forget about that. She's only Aquaman.
For the background movie, at first when I heard the news, I was like, yes, I'm so glad they canceled that shit.
Really?
It was gonna be bad.
Wow.
Take the name more seriously. But now, after sleeping on it, I'm like, you should just release it. Like $100 million, $100 million dollars, and then all those, there was, I forgot the actor's name. There's supposed to be this actor. He was gonna make his comeback in that
the
movie.
original. It was like not the original Batman or one of the first.
Oh, yeah, I think it was one of the-
Jack Nichols. No.
Maybe it was one of the Batman. Or, I don't know. I don't know if it was one of the Batmans or some other actor. But somebody was gonna get his name to come back. He was gonna make his break, and then they canceled it.
I know.
Oh, what was his name?
Talking about the Batman from '89 was gonna be in the Flash movie.
Yeah. And then he was gonna be in Batgirl too. He was gonna be her mentor, supposedly.
I think everybody found out like
What,
through
you know
the
his name?
news too. Like the studio
know
didn't even
that.
tell them. They found out through the news. I think it was really rough. It was really fucked up. I mean, you could release it, probably get like 20 million back. Like that's
on
my
HBO. Like
shit.
fuck it, man.
Did they cancel Young Justice? Pretty sure they're gonna cancel Titans.
I don't care with that one.
Yeah, Titans was really bad.
And Doom Patrol. They're finishing out the Arrowverse right now.
Trash.
Flash is on his final season.
Thank God.
Going to be on his final season, season 9.
It's like, bro, they have the balls to really. Season 9, you said?
Yeah, they're ending it
So,
season 9.
so they're okay with releasing 9 seasons of garbage, releasing Batman vs Superman, the first Suicide Squad, but then acting like Batgirl would be such an atrocity.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
on
not-
top of that, they came out with Suicide Squad on HBO Max, and you've seen how that did numbers.
Like, great.
Good, and I'm pretty sure that got them thinking like, oh shit.
Personally, the second Suicide Squad is like one of my top DC movies. Like, that shit was a fucking
Right.
banger. Hell yeah.
And it was rated R. I'm saying like, especially the Batman, like those are both good examples of DC. Because DC's meant to be rated R, and over here making this PG-13.
Was Snyder Cut rated R?
Hmm?
Was the Snyder Cut rated R?
The Snyder Cut was not even rated. That's
Wasn't
beyond
even rated.
rated
Look
R.
at that. So yeah, please just. I feel like the whole point of DC, and I hear this a lot. Like people always say from Marvel DC because it's more adult, it's much more just realistic, and you
Like
just
Watchmen,
feel that shit more.
that's DC.
Yeah.
That's rated R, but it wasn't under DC. On that Vertigo.
But yeah, it's looking rough for HBO. They also canceled a Scooby-Doo movie that was basically done called Scooby-Doo: The Holiday Haunt. They are and they paid for like musicians, like a live orchestra to like record like some of the music, but the movie got canceled, and they were like, alright, so what do you want us to do? You already paid us. And they were like, fuck it, I guess you could just play. So, the musicians still played, whatever, but the movie's canceled, alright? The movie's canceled, and people were heartbroken.
Shit.
I like I said they didn't get paid.
As long as everyone got paid.
I mean, the musicians did, but I don't know about the other people who worked on it. Tony Servon, I think
So it's really
that's
more
his
like
name.
Wanner, bro, fucking up. To be more specific.
I don't know where the fault blames, but
No,
Yeah,
they still
because-
get paid, like, because I'm pretty sure they get paid through contract. That's the whole contract movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about just general because they're the ones publishing both DC and Scooby Doo and shit. So it's just them canceling a whole bunch of projects, and it's like, don't start something if you're just gonna cancel it, especially if it's already done. And if you're gonna say you're rebooting, you're resetting, then stop making movies, stop making shows, take a year break, take 2 years break, fuck it, and then come back when you actually have a fucking plan. Because I feel like people try to copy their Marvel structure too much of interconnected universe, but they don't copy the patience and hard work that it actually took. Phase 1 of Marvel was literally 8 to 10 fucking years of work. And not just work, risks. They took fucking risks on characters that no one gave a fuck
he's
about.
spitting.
And it fucking worked. But here goes DC with all their characters, all their properties, their biggest fucking characters in all their movies, and it's fucking garbage. How is that possible? Take your time. I don't care if it takes 5 years or 10 years. Give me a good movie, and I'll wait, and I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it, and I'll hype it up, and I'll watch it over and over again.
But you know why I accept, though? They are no different from their comic. Because DC's always rebooting shit.
Yeah,
in
I've
their
heard that
comics.
too.
So when it comes to like the live action shit, like I don't blame them to keep redoing the same shit, and now eventually they see Marvel doing multiverses where they're like, okay, now we can copy off this, join the bandwagon now.
But the difference is that their comics are actually good. So when they reboot their universe, sure, it's a little bit of a hassle. Okay, you gotta start over again. But at least I know I'm gonna get a good story, right? When they reboot the movie universes, this just should be another trash. This should just be trash on top of trash on top of trash. And their bangers are like their standalone ones, like the Batman and shit, like y'all were saying.
Yeah, they're standalones.
So it's like, just keep making standalones, and if they happen to connect, they happen to connect. But if they don't, who gives a fuck? I still know it's DC. I still know these characters are in the same universe, right? I don't have to see them. They don't gotta team up. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. They don't have to team up. Like back in the day, we used to get standalones all the time. Like the Spider-Man trilogy, Daredevil came out by himself.
Yup. The original Batman trilogy.
Catwoman got her own fucking movie, didn't connect to shit. Like,
shit.
You know,
Batman had great ass fucking movies, and not once did he mention Superman or some shit like that. It was just straight up Batman, straight up Gotham, straight up his villains. That's all we need. That's all we need. I wasn't a fan of Superman movies, but I heard they were good, so even that's a good example.
Man, still was
Really? So they weren't good. They were like, were they better than Batman, or were they?
Wasn't better than Dark Knight.
Okay. That's
No, I don't think anything can top the Dark Knight.
I'm not a huge fan of Dark Knight either, from being 100%.
Oh, just the Dark Knight itself.
Okay, no, I feel you.
That shit was.
That should definitely set records and definitely paved the way for superhero movies in general. So you gotta show the respect.
I think we were talking about some of the shows that were being canceled. Like, I know Close Enough is being removed from HBO.
Removed?
Yeah, Infinity Trains is being removed, and I fucking love Infinity Train. I haven't rewatched it in a long while, but yeah, Infinity Train's done. And
I can understand.
I think I sent you the list.
Yeah, you sent me the list.
I can understand cancel, but why remove it? What the fuck?
Like, cancel, remove, same shit.
And not because to remove it means you can't even watch that shit no more. That's crazy.
I forgot which show it was. I don't know if it was like Infinity Train or if it was like another show, but like they canceled shows and the creators are coming out and they're like, oh, I'm so heartbroken. One of the creators made the show for their kids and now they can't even watch it, like, because they're taking it off the platform. And it's just really crazy.
They did the same shit they took 200 episodes off of
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people are complaining about that. Like, there's no more Sesame Street now. It's just gone. It's looking rough. Like Antonio said, Young Justice might be gone. I really don't hope so. I feel like we could do something special with season 5.
I was saying they might bring it back to that new streaming service they're making.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be the third time DC made a new streaming service.
Look, I'm sick of all these new streaming services. Okay, I've been Netflix that started the curse. It was a blessing at first, but you know, every blessing is a curse in disguise. And these streaming services, it's literally more expensive. It's more expensive than cable now to keep up with the streaming services. It's just bullshit.
It's getting up there. It's
bullshit.
Playing Disney Plus, because of course Disney had to jump in. They said, "Yo, take that shit off of Netflix, because we're about to make some money." Like, all right, Disney. Bought Hulu, said Hulu, come with us. Like, all right, Disney.
Oh shit, it did by Hulu.
Like, all right, Disney, we get it, bro. We get it. You guys gotta make your money every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every fucking penny. But yeah, I heard they might also cancel Harley Quinn. Let me just talk my shit. I used to fuck with Harley Quinn. The first 2 seasons are really good. I do not like this 3rd season at all. I think it's really, really bad. First of all, it's called Harley Quinn, but I feel like it's the Poison Ivy show now. Like, there's a lot of Poison Ivy now that they hooked up. There's a lot of Poison Ivy. I don't like the plots in any of the episodes. Because before, the first 2 seasons, it's like comic book shit. Like, Harley Quinn's getting into some shit. She fucks with some thugs. She fucks with some other villains, you know, and you get to see the other villains. Or she might be fucking with Batman, you know. You're getting into some comic book shit. This new season, it's just like relationship problems. Like, every episode is like a relationship problem, basically.
Like, I thought they're gonna continue bringing in like new characters that we never heard about, like all the goofy characters and shit.
Yeah.
But then now they're like side characters, and like they are focusing on like relationship problems. What I'm even just saying.
Damn.
So yeah, this new season isn't hitting. If they decide to cancel Harley Quinn, I'll be alright with that. I'd be like, hey, they lost the sauce. It's whatever.
The audacity.
Lost the sauce.
Yeah, they gotta work on that.
Like, Joker's barely in it.
I'm okay with that. Fuck, it's our Harley Quinn show.
The Joker, exactly. The Joker was kind of holding that shit in for the first 2 seasons. Okay, he was still the problem, but now she's like, I guess she's fully over him. Now she's with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joker, I know that the Joker 2 movie, like Shared Madness, it's gonna have Lady Gaga in it. It's supposed to be a musical. I still don't know much about it. I'm just bringing it up to say that I don't know what's going on.
I don't
Trust
know
the
about
process.
who's directing it, so that's my issue.
Should be the same guy, right?
Cause musicals.
Like,
are really
how are
good.
we doing
like,
that?
La La Land was perfect.
How are we doing a musical? I just don't know how it's gonna work, so I'm just really afraid.
Freaking like Sweeney Todd.
Oh, whatever. This is DC. I'm just really afraid. I like.
First of all, what you know about Sweeney Todd?
We should also
He put me
see
on,
that.
so I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
know
it.
about Sweeney
He
Todd?
put me on, so I
You guys
appreciate
know
it.
about that
Real
shit.
that
It's a
shit.
classic. Okay. But I don't know. I'm thinking there's 2 ways to get.
All about that.
I'm thinking there's 2 ways to go about the musical. Actually, just 1 way really. Basically, he's gonna be like in a mental asylum, and I feel like he's gonna just go around killing people in it. But
Arkham
every
Asylum?
time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But every time he's killing someone, it essentially goes into like a musical form. So when he's killing them, it's like in a musical way.
Oh, and then
But
Harley
it's still
Quinn's
gonna
gonna be
be-
there, peeping that shit. She's like, look what you doing.
Some shit
What
like
happened to
that. But I
this?
feel like it's still going to be very bloody and gory to the point it's like you really don't even know what you're watching anymore. It's either a musical or kind of like just a gore slasher movie, but it's like a mixture in between. But it's either going to be that or it's just going to be chucked up to it all being in his head. And that's just how he's processing reality right now. Everything's just in a musical for him.
Yeah, I don't know what they plan to do. I hope it's good. Like that. Basically, I hope it's good, but right now it doesn't sound good. That's just where my mind is. That's me personally.
I mean, the first one didn't sound good when it was announced.
First one was fucking good.
It
First
was
one
good, but it didn't sound good when it was announced. It was just a standalone Joker movie, no ties to Batman. That nigga's just
Fuck
a
Batman.
regular human going through
As long as it's
depression.
rated R. That's all I care
As long
about.
as it's rated
And
R,
that gives
yeah.
them more things to do with the character.
Mm-hmm.
Way more mature things to do with the character.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine this shit was PG-13.
Whack.
What I'm saying, like, for example, if they made, what's that X-Men movie that came? The New Mutants.
Uh-huh.
If that shit was rated R,
Oh, it would have been way better.
that would have been a whole, like, Evil
like, that
Dead
movie was
horror
okay,
movie.
but it would have been way better.
Yeah.
Rated R, hell yeah.
But PG-13, that shit holds people back.
Mm.
Like, Doctor Strange, he just had the money to be like, well, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You're not stopping me.
Not stopping.
You want Sam Raimi? He wants to do this. Give him the
Mm.
PG-13, but he got the money to say, fuck you, I'm doing this.
Mm.
No problems, no issues. And they're like, we want Sam Raimi. Yeah.
It wasn't
He makes
even
Spider-Man
scary,
too.
though.
We want Sam Raimi.
It wasn't even scary, though. Like, it was...
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
I had
That's what I'm
horror
saying.
stories.
They allowed that. in
Yeah,
PG-13.
for sure. People are pointing out right now, just real quick, people are pointing out a lot right now about that movie that there's a point where Wanda looks right in the camera. I never noticed it, but people are catching it right now, and it's supposed to be like really creepy. Like she looks
I don't know about
dead
that.
at you, and it's like, okay, oh. But yeah, like fourth wall breaking shit, you know?
These are the guys who got the streaming rights to Bleach,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
This kind of goes into the next topic of video games. Not that I even have much, but I did see gameplay for the new Batman, the Gotham Knights.
Oh, it looks terrible.
It looks terrible. I have no faith in that fucking game, bro. When it first
It gets
came
worse
out,
each time.
when it does, when they first announced it, I was like, okay, DC, we're back in this bitch. I think it's about to learn what a
The
real
more they
video game
explain
is.
about it, the more it's like, oh, it sounds just like a beat 'em up.
It
Like,
is. It's a button smasher.
With like
Nice.
gear, like I thought they were gonna have the fighting mechanics from like the old Batman Arkham
Batman
Knights game.
game.
That's all they had to do was do that, but make it multiplayer. And then to get ahead of the Spider-Man before the new Spider-Man comes out. I don't know if the new Spider-Man is gonna be multiplayer,
It's being
like I don't know about that.
theorized.
But they could have beat Marvel to the fucking punch. Said, yeah, nigga, give us our fucking fighting fucking system back that you stole, bitch,
Yeah.
and let us show you how to do it. And they said, nah, we're just making some regular, hit some combos, grab some gear, make sure the numbers are high enough type shit.
You saw the Right Hood gameplay? Is that the one you're talking
Yeah,
about?
like I was like, whatever,
Fucking
dude. I
Christ,
was like,
so
whatever.
absurd. Let me was shitting backwards and shit. Like, oh, cool. If I was like a little 12-year-old kid or whatever, but come on, man, that's
It just looks so
Trash.
slow. Like all the gameplay, it just looks so slow to me. And I'm like, bro, we gotta speed this shit the fuck up.
and I feel like it just like downgraded the quality of it. Like when they first announced it, that shit looked hella realistic. I thought it was a movie at first. Like it just crispy fucking clean.
It looked wild.
Now it's like a PS4 game. Not even that, like a PS3 game.
Yeah.
That shit looks trash. It looks trash. And Red Hood has some mystical abilities. I don't know about that. I don't know what else.
Because he went into the Lazarus pit.
Yeah. Fuck that. That was stupid. Because the only ability he gets is jumping.
Yeah.
You couldn't give him a
and
grappling hook.
I guess you give him like that magical like bullets too, putting your specials. Like he's shooting that in his trailers.
Crazy.
His bullet had like a little like glow to it.
Yeah. So I wasn't really hyped for that Batman. I'm gonna call it a Batman game. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, it's Batman.
Batman's dead in the game.
Okay, yeah. So I was never excited for the Batman game, but I was super excited for the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
But now seeing this, it's like I have almost no hope for the Suicide Squad.
No,
I
Suicide Squad is made from the people that made Arkham.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
this is like a whole different studio.
There might be hope then. I take that back. I take
Oh,
that back.
They got a lot of time to work on it.
I was scared.
The Suicide Squad takes place in the Arkham series.
Say that. Cause I'm looking forward to that game. What, bro? You get you hunt down the Justice League. Like that's lit.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's lit. I'm dying to see the Superman fight. I'm dying to see it. Cause how the fuck are we gonna kill Superman?
I'm worried about the Flash. Fuck that.
Don't worry about the Flash.
The Flash was pretty
You go to an alley
fast
with
in
a
the trailer.
shotgun, and he only has one way to come in, bro. That's it.
He could like face through you and bullets.
Oh, let me just say this real quick. I always keep forget to mention this, but in Young Justice, I hate the Flashes, all of them. They're slow as fuck. They're useless.
Oh yeah.
They never do anything useful or good. Fucking Wally died because he was too fucking slow. Like that shit was. You're a Flash. How are you too fucking slow?
Yeah,
and why isn't he as fast as the other ones? It should make no fucking sense. They never explained it. Why he's never as fast. Even the original Flash himself is slow as fuck. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck are you the Flash and you're slow as fuck? Everybody's always catching you and ducking this shit. Like, that's dumb as fuck. But, yeah, I'm not worried about the Flash.
I mean,
go into an alley, grab a shotgun. There's only one way for him to come in. Bam, that's it. I'm not worried about it.
I just feel like speed characters are so hard to write. Like, I hate any speed characters in, like, any comic, any, like, anime where it's, like, speed's my thing. I roll my fucking eyes. They had that whole thing with, like, Dispo in the Tournament of Power, the bunny dude.
Yeah.
He was like, speed's my thing. I'm like, that doesn't mean shit.
Right, like
Dragon
Jiren
Ball.
and fucking Goku was going beyond speed.
Facts.
Beyond that shit.
Hell yeah. It's either like for speed characters, you're fast, but you're not fast enough and you're still fucking garbage. You get caught all the time. Or you're brokenly fast, but it's like, if you're that broken, who's gonna fight you?
Right.
You can't make a story out of that then.
Exactly.
You know. So there's no territory there.
I fucking hate all fast characters, bro.
I feel you.
Did the same shit in like Dynamic Saga, like the blue dude. He was like, I'm the fastest.
No.
And then got his ass whooped.
Yeah, I feel you.
Then I said, I'm fastest in the universe. And then this one said that shit. It's a lie. It's not.
I am becoming more of an Aquaman fan. I never thought I would ever say that. If you know me,
It's
you
wild.
would know I shit on Aquaman. I thought he's the dumbest character in the entire universe, but a million times better than Flash now. And just the lore behind Aquaman and the whole Atlantis city and shit, and the fact that Vanal Savage created Atlantis and shit. I don't know if that's canon for all the DC universe.
That's
just for young. It is.
Oh, it's for all of them?
Oh my fucking gosh! Like I love fucking Aquaman and Atlantis. Like that shit.
I was like, I'll
the best
connect
fucking
back
lore.
to like the new gods and shit.
Yeah, so that shit has some of the best fucking lore. Aquaman all the way. Fuck Flash. Fuck Metropolis City, wherever the fuck he's from. I don't even know where the fuck he's from, but fuck that shit.
What is the city? Central City?
Central City.
No, that's Arrow.
Metrop? No, that's Superman.
That's Superman.
Okay.
The new gods.
No. What city is Flash in?
Star City.
Star City. Okay. Yeah, fuck that. Oh, but Blue Beetle movie coming out. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm surprised that shit's still coming. I've been hearing about that shit for
I'm scared it's gonna get canceled now.
years. That's what I'm thinking. But Blue Beetle's a good character.
Yeah, it's fucking lit. I really hope
Like
that
they
don't
definitely
cancel
like
it.
make him like a Shazam like type movie.
I feel like it could be better. No bullshit. Because Blue Beetle has so much potential. He literally can do anything.
Right.
And if they bring in like another Beetle for him to fight, that's just about to be epic. Like Beetle versus Beetle.
See, DC's fucking up. Like they should have been made like a kids like Justice League movie at this point.
Again, like I say, DC and team ups just don't go together. That's my thing. Like,
They could go together.
They could, but they're too lazy about it. They just care about the money. They see the potential and they see the money. They don't care about how to get there. So they just get there.
Cause DC has a lot of sidekicks compared to Marvel, though.
Oh,
So I'm saying like sidekicks like
Batman literally has a whole fucking family.
so they have a lot of storylines they can fucking work with.
Yeah.
So many storylines.
That's crazy. But yeah, hopefully DC gets better. I'm starting to become a DC fan more and more. So I really hope they get their shit together.
I'm looking at other studios at this point. Like fucking Image is pretty crazy right now with The Walking Dead, fucking Invincible.
Oh, Image. Yeah.
Maybe because I'm too mainstream, I can't get into those.
Dark
other
Horse.
Guys. I know they're good, but like I said, I'm mainstream. I like being safe, you know.
I like being safe.
Characters.
Yeah, keep exploring. There's so many crazy stories.
Yeah, so I think that concludes our talks for, DC and Discovery. A lot of shows being canceled. It's really fucked up. A lot of movies being canceled. That's never going to see the light of the day. It's really fucked up. Bring back My Sesame Street. They're fucking around. Let us know if you think the Joker movie's going to be good in the comments. All that. We can move on real quick. The final topic, video game news. We already talked about the Batman, Gotham Knights, how we felt about that. Multiverses is out, free to play, so if you want to play it, go ahead. It's doing pretty good. Season 1's out, people are playing it. They're gonna add new characters like this month, maybe some next month. Like they're gonna add Morty on like the 20. Well, I was about to say the 21st, but today's the 21st, the 23rd, I think.
Let's just say it was the 21st.
I don't know. Look, they're releasing characters soon. Multiverse is blowing up. It's a good game. I've been playing a lot of it. It's really good. I'm kind of addicted. They just gotta work on the patches for the characters.
I think everything's balanced right now.
Edmund doesn't even play the game, so I don't know why he's sharing opinions. Anyway,
when I play the game, I feel balanced.
Edmund's a Shaggy man. He doesn't know anything about balance.
Are you gonna tell me Shaggy's not balanced?
He's not.
Came out today.
That's what I'm saying, right? I think he came out today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But yeah, Multiverse is doing good. Everybody's here is fucking with it. They just gotta fix some of the characters.
Not Shaggy.
Definitely Shaggy.
Not Shaggy. They better fix Superman before they fix Shaggy. I'm not hearing it.
Yeah. If you wanna watch us play, you can put it. There's a link in the description. Watch it on our Twitch, TTV/TopiaCast. Got a lot of clips there. If you want to see.
It's on our YouTube now too, right?
There's some clips on our YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
Also the Fortnite X Dragon Ball Z, that came out.
Oh yeah.
We also streamed out on our Twitch again, TTV/TopiaCast. We played it.
Wish they did a lot more, but it was fine for as it is.
What's one thing you want? What do you want them to?
I wish they changed all the items and made it like Dragon Ball items.
Give me an example.
Like, how they had the Kamehameha and, like, the Flying Nimbus?
Yeah.
Like, no guns, just Dragon Ball moves.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
okay,
imagine
like
they had, like the
that.
Gallic gun.
Yeah.
And the Kamehameha.
Oh, why you spitting?
And there's kind of, like...
Too.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point, like, say if you collect, like, all, like, the Dragon... Like, all the 7 Dragon Balls.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can make a fucking wish at the end.
Yeah, we said that in our, like, last Fortnite stream, the last one.
So they lied.
I think you guys just have the dates wrong, but
I gotta look this up. Where is he at?
That's right.
for I know you wanted to collect the Dragon Balls. They do have. I don't like the gliders. Like I don't like how you're on top of the same pod. I wish I could be inside it.
Yeah, like they really could have spent a little extra money on that. Come on.
The Nimbus Cloud is whatever. That's cool if you want it.
No, the Nimbus Cloud is lit. I would say the Nimbus Cloud is on par with the Silver Surfer board.
That's
the
fair.
Icon and shit. It's just lit.
And right now in Fortnite, you should, if you haven't played it, play it now so you could do the event and the challenges. They released challenges like I don't know if it was every day or every week. I think it was every day. But they released challenges, and if you do the challenges, you get a Dragon Ball. Once you get all 7 Dragon Balls, you get the emotes, like the powering up emotes.
And you get
the glider.
You get a glider?
Yeah. So you
What
get
glider?
the Dragon Glider. That's how you get it.
You get Shinron?
Yeah.
Word.
So I actually like how that's the one good thing about the event is that they made the power up emotes free, and they made the Dragon Ball glider free. Like you legit like the fucking Dragon Ball spin around, the dragon comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool how they did that. I think that's the best free glider in like Fortnite history. Like I'm really surprised they didn't make you pay for that.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. You don't have to pay for powering up, and you don't have to pay for the dragon glider. That's dope. That's dope.
And the skins aren't that bad. Like I feel like the Beerus is the best one, but the Goku and Vegeta are nice because they transform.
What I did hear about Beerus, that when you power up with Beerus, it's purple.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like if you do it with anybody else, it's like the regular white, but for Beerus,
Yeah.
it does go purple.
I'm gonna have to get that power up shit now.
Yeah. So just do the challenges. They have the anime in Fortnite. Like that was one of the challenges. Like you got to go into one of the game modes and like watch Dragon Ball Z. You don't have to watch a full episode. You just like go in, watch like 10 seconds. It'll show up, a little checklist. So that's cool. They have some episodes in Fortnite that you can watch.
Nice.
And other stuff. But with that being said, yeah, that's the gaming news that I got. And yeah, we can wrap it up here.
Alright. Nice little hefty episode.
Yep, we had a lot to talk about, because we just had some scheduling conflicts, had some technical issues, but we got all of our words down today. If you want to see more content, like I said, we stream on Twitch, TTV/TopiaCast. With that being said, we'll catch you guys all in the next one.
Peace.
See ya.